In Nigerian politics today, one big question wey be say dey ground na who these are five governors go support. Which party they go support at the end of the day. That one na one big question wey be say e dey ground. And a lot of people never fit find answer to that question. Say some people, just get a different opinion concerning who these governors go support. Some people say, okay, maybe they fit support the Tinubu of APC. Some people they say, okay, they fit support Peter Obi of a Labour Party, and a lot of talk. And some people say, okay, maybe they fit return to the PDP to support the PDP presidential candidate, that is Atiku Abubakar. But a lot of questions still dey ground, even inside that question. Now, I need to tell you something. These are governors where we say you see, the day after their interests. First, that is something about the many politicians, especially politicians, from this part of the world. Now after the interest, the day after, many of them, majority, now after the interest, that the day after, and if you're not there to satisfy their interest, no matter how good you be, they're not going to reason you. That is something what we say if they grant. But let's take a look at these governors. Where we say these five governors. Now, one governor where we say we now go pick at, now Governor Wike of Rivers State. Among these are five governors. Governor Wike of Rivers State now be one of the governors for them. What we say, he get mind. When I mean mind, he dey powerful, he dey influential. And in the handle state like Rivers State, Rivers State now get the highest votes among these other states where the rest governors come from. Talking about money, talking about funding campaign, Rivers State, they capable. You know what I mentioned do for President Muhammadu Buhari campaign in 2015. Way back, obviously I mentioned a governor of Rivers State. We know about this. So Wike the influential, but Wike. The biggest thing what we say then to put in his favorite what we say in see to succeed am for in that is a Fubara, that is a Fubara for inside River State to succeed am. That one is something what we say dey. But another thing what we say we can see the look, look at the balance. Who we go still support, that one dey ground. I don't talk to some obedient. They say Wike go support Peter Obi, this and that. But I'll tell you something. The tendency or the possibility say Wike go support Peter Obi, omo, e dey rare and e dey low. Yes, I dey talk that one on my own view, and I'm waiting I don observe about Wike. Wike fit go on the side of Tinubu, no big deal about that. That one na something wey be say I don observe. I don try create a balance. A Wike attitude and the way they do, and also his interest, e dey likely to fall on the camp of Tinubu. That one na something wey be say dey ground. But for Wike supporting Atiku, that one na something wey be say e be no. Now the second governor wey be say me I go pick na Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. Now Seyi Makinde na one governor among these governors wey be say e dey unique. Why I say e dey unique? Among these governors, where we say they finish their second term, they are not coming again as governor. But Seyi Makinde now be the only governor where we say they seek to return as governor next year. So it could be a big challenge to Ram on finding himself, as a governor again. That one I want big challenge again. And who he go support on the presidential race? Now another big one where we say they. With the look of things, there's a big tendency say Seyi Makinde if you return to support Atiku, but the years for some quarters say it is likely to support Tinubu based on the Southwest, things like that. Anything can happen anyway. But these things are something where we say they grant the reality where we say it no must favor you, it no must be waiting, you hope say go be, but then at the reality where we say don't grant. And for the side of Seyi Makinde, governor where we say see they try and I see they wish him well, and he dey young and a billionaire on himself, so I see they wish him well on that one, whatever grant what we say one thing, but I wish I say go there on the obedient side. Now the third governor what we say me I go talk about now Governor Otom. Governor Otom of Benue State. For some long time, for a long time, they cry concerning Fulani headsmen, they attack his citizens, and RIP from many Benue citizens, residents, that and something where we say they play, From his mind, I see him like somebody where we say get sympathy on the obedient movement. You don't meet Peter Obi many times, and also Peter Obi doesn't meet him many times. You don't talk good things about Peter Obi. So there's a big tendency say, Tom, they likely to support Peter Obi. That one are the closest person where we say they likely to support Peter Obi. But like what did I tell you from the beginning? I say politicians, they get their own interest. Not about the interest of the people, but their own interest. Now I'll tell you something about Otom. Otom, they seek to go for Senate. After this is second term as governor of Benue State, he no one rest. He dey go Senate. That was something about Nigerian politicians, as they be. So he don't pick ticket for Benue and Northwest Senatorial District under the PDP. So there's a likely tendency, and also he see the look for a successor where we say go take over from him for Benue State. So that's one. Now something where we say there. So if he dey look at the side of okay, it gonna be a strong one for Tom. But you never can tell if he still go on the side of anybody. But maybe the closest person what we say he did likely to go on the side of the obedient. And also, if you come on the side of the obedient, that one appeals. But I believe say the people for inside Benue say they don't suffer enough for inside this present administration led by President Muhammadu Buhari, and they need a change. They need a change. They need a change, and the obedient movement did it to give them that change. Now, the other governor what we say I go talk about now, Igbazu of Abia State. For those for Abia State, they don't. I always a feel for those from Abia because they never experienced a good governance or that. From the like of Ikwere Madu to Theodore Oji, now Ikpazu, these guys, if you don't go Abia State, you go know what to talk about. So Ikpazu there on the side of anywhere breeze blow, go. So to me, I see Ikpazu like that's where we say just get strong alignment with Wike. Anywhere Wike blow go, I go. And something about Ikpazu where we say, I go tell you, we say like many Nigerian politicians and also governors, he still get his own self-interest. He don't pick ticket for Abia Sat senatorial district unopposed. Now they take from Abaribe. So Abaribe no return to the Senate. After this tenure, the return. So he don't pick ticket for Abia Sat. So that's not something about Ikpazu what we say they grab. And the last one what we say me I will talk about now Ugwai, aka Buruburu for inside the Enugu state. Buruburu come with big expectation. I remember that time we beside the Enugu, the then governor, Sullivan Shime, he did a lot for inside Enugu, and I would expect say person like Ogwai go carry over. Ogwai, a person who come from Usuka, a strong hold for inside Enugu state. So we expect a lot, expectations they high. Even back then when we say Ekwere Madu wants to they fight for the governorship seat way back, but I don't know the expectations. Obviously, a lot of Enugu people, get from Ogwai. The expectations it can't get the way it be. The man, he not try. When I mean he not try, he not try. But anyway, this is a person where we say, I understand that sometimes somebody will feast. They swing. If he fall to Atiku camp again, or if he still decide to go where we can go. For now, we never know where we can go. But like what did I tell you? There's a big tendency to say we can feel no support the obedient movement. That's not something where we say they if they go on the like of Tini. But whatever be it, the problem what we say we face now, we Nigerians, we the average Nigerians, we what we say will not get political office. We what we say government not they pay us. We what we say we they struggle to buy fuel for 250 naira. We what we say, before you go pump water for your ass, you go to cry many per bring light. We what we say food price they tell on us. Now we they suffer this problem. So whatever this government swing go, if they let me they swing go left to, if they let me they swing go right to, now we they suffer this pain. So now we go decide. And I go tell you, be just just there enough for you to say, I don't get my PVC. I will do this. Tell people. Say Peter Obi na the man. And Peter Obi, they ready. He they ready, ever ready to turn things around. Look at these governors. Or Tom, after 2 tenure as a governor, he won't go Senate. What do you want to go do for there again? Who going after 2 tenures as governor, he won't go Senate. What do you want to go do for? Even he pass the way, say no work, he won't go. But you see, Peter Obi, after he finish his 2 tenure as governor, he no battle for any senatorial seat for inside Anambra State. He just come on, focus on his business. Politics not be lifetime business. Politics are just for you to come serve, then you rest. See Barack Obama of US. After he just finished his 2 tenure, he just relax, focus on his business. George Bush, focus on their business. But for Nigeria, we go on do RIP for inside politics. Things are not supposed to be like that. It is where. Even inside the world, go get your PVC. I beg you.